Hello, Internet. I'm HamsterBomb, and let's just talk. I have. It's been a while since I did that last Here For You style video where basically I just wanted to talk with you guys. Because obviously there's always stuff going on in everybody's life, and, everybody needs some sort of support pretty much at any point in their lives. And sometimes they'll say they absolutely don't, or they'll hide that they don't think that they do, but you'd really you'd be surprised. I mean, everybody really does need a lot of care and support. So that's why I made that last video. I'm sure it's in the same playlist as this one if you go back one. But basically what I want to do this time is basically just talk with you guys, because that was the whole intention of the video, maybe a series that we're going to start doing where I'm just going to read through you guys' comments to the previous video, and we're just going to talk about it. Now, I am no psychologist or anything like that. This is really just so that you guys have the opportunity to talk to a friend, so if anybody really just wants to say something or have some help from the community, because this community is really different from any other that you're going to find on YouTube. People actually care about each other here. So if there's something going on, anything, seriously, just talk to somebody. You'd be surprised how much just saying something and getting the smallest response will really help a lot. So like I said, this isn't supposed to be any professional help whatsoever. Do not consider it that. This is really just being able to talk with a friend, because that's the way I want you guys to see me on YouTube anyway. I don't want you to look at me like this big celebrity YouTube star. I don't really like that concept. I hate that concept, honestly, how people want to be the star of the show. No, I mean, I'm just doing what I do because I love what I do, and people seem to be watching it and enjoying it anyway. Okay, that's a nice side effect thing, but with all of that, I've gotten the obligation, like, I feel like I need to do more with all of these people. I need to make a positive impact somehow. So if I can actually help just one person by doing this, it was not a waste of time entirely. So, at the very least, so if there's anybody down in the comments who, you read some comments down there, please talk to them, reply to them, give them encouragement, give them whatever you think that you can do to help them out in whatever way possible. And if something is going on in your life you want to share, by all means, down in the comments below, and I'll review it in our next one. But for now, I have not actually dug into these comments that we're about to go through. You're actually just going to get my reactions to these. It's not supposed to be like, oh my, I feel so bad for you. I mean, I don't want that to be, that's not the point of this. We're going to try and get somewhere, hopefully. I don't know. It's something positive. We're going to see if we can, at the very least, acknowledge that someone else is going through the same kind of thing. You know what I mean? So, before we actually get into that, there was a couple things I wanted to bring up about myself, I guess. I'm going to go first. There is some updates with the dogs, my family's dogs I was telling you guys about in the last video. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you should probably check that one out first. But really good news on the Husky. She got a new medication that was basically for kind of, I guess, fixing that nerve damage. I don't know how they even pull that off, but she's actually walking on her own now. It's really great, and I'm really glad to see her up and walking around. It's awesome. Also, big news, my parents are getting another little puppy coming in, I think next week. Another Samoyed. I'm real excited to see her. She's I haven't seen any pictures of her yet, but I think she's 2 years old. I don't know. Either way, we'll see. But other than that, my job is going really well. And the hours are really crazy. It's only 3 days a week, but it's full time. I work 12.5 hours Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I basically just edit Photoshop images all day. I enjoy it, but it's Monday right now, so I'm like, oh, like, it really will burn you out after that much time. But I've been doing really well lately. I feel a lot better, honestly, from getting the opportunity to not bottle things up, you know what I mean, and talk to you guys. And that is something that I think is the main point of this whole thing. So at the very least, hopefully, that is the very least that you guys can get from this series. And even if you're just watching it to listen to other people's stories, let them know they were listened to. You know, that's sometimes the most important thing. Just knowing that someone heard you. But anyway, I mean, we're just going to get on with from here. So I'm going to pop this up, and we're just going to start scrolling through this. Let's see what we got. Also, I wanted to say, like, I'm not gonna try and heavily edit through this because I don't really want it to come off like a presentation. You know, now I get it, like, comparing this to, like, my Ask Hamster series, I got that that was more of, like, a jokey kind of presentation, like, how to make, like, funny responses to comments. That's absolutely not what this is. I want this to actually be me to you, the real me, sitting right here in this chair, this stupid, creaky chair, and who knows what weird things might happen while I'm not editing it completely, but still, that's the reason. So, anyway, so I'm just gonna go from the very top of the comments here. Like, if I scroll up, literally the video's right here. So, starting here, the top, liked reply. Actually, I hope there's a lot of replies from you guys talking to each other in here. Like I said, I didn't dig through this. Let's just get down with it. From Danny Sayas, this is cool. We all need support. Sometimes we forget all the unlikely places we can get this support. Thanks, Alex, for keeping it real and always being a person slash friends close. I would love to see a series like this. Here you go. There are too many toxic communities on YouTube. Yeah, I absolutely agree. That comes from a lack of leadership and respect for the guy on top of the channel slash content creator. Don't expect to see that problem here. Well, thank you, Danny. I really didn't, honestly, I did not do this to get compliments. I was not fishing for compliments during this. So, really, honestly, thank you. That's really nice of you to say that. It's a shame that more creators don't do something like this. Like, at a point where they get enough subscribers, they seem to see it like a money game, and they're just in it for the views and the money, and they don't care anymore about the people. I'm sorry, it's just a bummer that people are even doing that, but thank you. This made me even happier considering it's already my birthday. Happy birthday, Delio Sylvian, 1 week ago. I missed. This is from Anthony Carboni. My mom actually passed away the same way as your dog. We didn't know she had a blood clot. She stood up to go to the restroom, and a blood clot hit her heart, and it was so sudden and unexpected, so I really get that, man. I'm so sorry. It's terrible. It happened on December 20th, 2014. So thanks for this video, man. It helps to talk to people you know, and your videos have helped a lot because you're so crazy and weird, and so am I, so all I can say is thank you. Anthony, that's terrible, man. Oh, jeez. I don't know how I could have gone through something like that, but that makes me feel like what my problems were completely... like, he's just complaining about his dog, but you know, that happened to your mom, and that's horrible. I mean, that can happen to anybody. Don't freak out that you're suddenly gonna die, guys, because of a blood clot. It's more of a surgical thing. Like, as you're healing, a blood clot can form, and it's certain kinds of people who have certain types of blood that clots in certain ways that they're more at risk. So don't everyone freak out, but. Man, right before Christmas, too. That's so sad. That really is so sad. I'm really glad to see on this one there was some replies here. So that's what I want to encourage you guys. Like, talk to each other. This can't be all on me. I need some more help here. And I know it's not always on me, but I'm just letting you guys know. Anthony, I want to, before I move on, I'm really glad that, you told us that, you know, and you're brave enough to come out and, you know, say these kind of things, because we all have something like that we're kind of holding in, and that's why... Sometimes it's just why we're here on YouTube and why we're doing, you know, watching what we're watching or making what we're making. That's why I'm making what I'm making, and I explained that in the last video. We probably have a lot more. I don't want to spend too much time just rambling, but thank you, and I really hope you feel better. Cryptic Saturday. Alex, you and Kim are fantastic humans. I thank you and your positive content for lots of laughs and helping me through lots, but you know that you guys are like having friends in a different part of the country that I can't talk and relate to. Can talk. I was going to say, you can. Thanks for being there. You're amazing. Oh, thank you. I'm sorry for the loss of your pup. Losing your best friend like that is horrendous, but I'm sure she had nothing but love for you. You absolutely saved Micah. Hope I spelled that right. You did. You're okay. From a life of confinement. Dogs are the purest creatures. They share their love unconditionally. Puppies are great. My Rottweiler had a similar thing where the legs and the rear end became not usable, and it turned out to be bone cancer. Oh. And you're right, it came to a point where we had to put her down. We couldn't keep lifting her and take her out, and she started using the bathroom in the house, and you could tell she felt horrible about it. Yeah, that's the worst. Honestly, she was my first dog, but seeing her put out of humiliation felt right by her. She was a strong, courageous dog. We had to let her go. I love you, Alex. I'm also here for you anytime. That also goes for everyone in this community. Anytime you need a friend, we all need love and support. That's Well, thank you, Cryptic. That was all really nice, and I feel awful, being able to relate something so terrible to somebody. But it also makes me feel a little better about what happened, and for anybody else who had, of course, dude, there's so many people who have to go through stuff like that. I mean, dogs just don't have the same kind of lifespan that humans do. I mean, generally pets don't, unless you like turtles. But still, it's awful that your dog had to go through that too. That wasn't my first dog, though. I know you said that was your first. My first was actually another Samoyed, actually. That's weird. I was very little. My mom had it a long time ago, and I barely knew it. And I guess a longer story, but I'll get into it now because I brought it up. One of the neighbors, her husband was dying of some sort of cancer, and she always heard a dog barking outside, and he couldn't get any sleep, so she was really furious about that. So she went around the whole neighborhood and poisoned everybody's dogs, and so he died. That was probably worse when, someone actually kills your dog. That actually, I'm pretty sure it happened to a couple of my parents' other pets. One was stolen from my mom. One was hit by a car, my dad's. And I mean, I don't want to get into it. I mean, like, dig into horrible, sad stuff like that now from my standpoint. I wanted to do this so I could more, talk and acknowledge your guys, but there's always things like that, and it's really hard to get past it. But it sounds like you did, and I'm really glad. And I also really glad that you're telling others also, help other people out and talk to them as well. Bladed Echoes, we'll always be there for you, Hamster. You're a part of my life, and I enjoy even when I'm feeling down. Well, thank you. I'm glad. I'm glad I can do something. You're the best, Alex. Many days are fairly depressing for me, but knowing I can come home and watch your videos always makes me feel better. Thanks for being here. I don't want to. I don't even know what to say for stuff like that. Like I said, I wasn't fishing for compliments, but thank you guys. I mean, the only reason I can keep doing what I'm doing is because all you guys are here and you're so nice to me all the time. Oh, here we go. So from Gregory Silva. Hamster or Alex, whichever you prefer. I don't mind. Whatever you guys. Honestly, you guys started calling me Hamster. My name is Alex. I say Alex just because, I wanted to be known as the person, not the celebrity. So that's if that makes sense, as if 17,000 subscribers makes you a celebrity, but whatever. You know what I mean. Anyway, don't want to keep cutting off. I'm sorry to hear about the loss of your dog. It seemed like you were really attached to her. I would actually love to see more videos like this in the future. Okay, now that I've said that, I have a story that I wanted to share. Okay. I got a feeling this is going to be a hard one because it's longer. Like you and other people, I'm sure I've experienced loss of my family, and a lot of it. I lost my mother 2 weeks after I turned 10. I'm now 20. I lost her to a stroke, and it was awful. At that young age, too. That's so bad. The other death of my family was the death of my grandmother 3 years later on Mother's Day. Oh, that's the worst. That's the worst. Oh my gosh, when a parent outlives their child. I can't imagine something. Can you imagine something like that happening to you? Oh gosh. And you gotta know how many people that happens to. And then the cruel irony of Mother's Day. I'm sorry, I keep jumping in, but I guess that's the point. That one hurt me the most, to the point of me not wanting to go into the room where she was being held because it hurt so much. Yeah, I know how that is. Life changed from then on because I relied on her for almost everything. 4 years after, on Christmas Day, oh no, what? 2014, I got a call from my cousin that I hadn't seen for 10 years at this point, and still haven't seen her to this day as much as I'd like to, saying that my father was in the hospital and I should go visit him before it was too late. Oh no! After that phone call, I had gotten in an argument with my brother about something really dumb. Then I was off to the hospital, checking, go up the elevator to the room where he was, and I put my hand on the handle of the door and tried to open it. One of the nurses tells me, "What's your relation to this person?" I told her I was his son, and she told me, "I'm sorry, but he passed away at 6 p.m. It was 7 when I got there. Felt really bad, really bad. Yeah, probably because of the stupid argument, right? Because you're thinking that wasted your time, your 1 hour. I went in, said my last goodbyes, and left. There was nothing else I could do about it. Thank you for listening. It means a lot." Wow, Greg. Oh my gosh, if I can call you Greg, that's so unbelievably sad. You got to be a crazy, strong, resilient person now, though, because I mean, going through horrible stuff like that, especially at a young age too. and throughout your life, man, you got to be like, I don't know. We're all vulnerable though. I mean, it's not like it strengthens you that much because yeah, you're able to at least deal with things better later, but that is so hard. That is so hard. Man, I don't even know what to say to that because I can't even. I mean, and many other people are. We're so lucky that we have both our parents, and I'm also really lucky that mine are both together. Still, there's so many people whose parents are not. They're divorced, and that tears people up too. But man, this is. I'm very glad you were able to say that and people were replying there. So, man, I feel bad even like scrolling past that because there's so much in there. All I can say is like, I understand like it's the same thing when I was talking. I just wanted people to hear, acknowledge that, you're not crazy, you're not feeling, you're not in the wrong for feeling horrible. You're not a sissy for feeling bad, That's just something that our culture does where, if you're male, you're supposed to like, oh, no, I don't care about nothing. That's a stupid gender mentality that bursts on too much. So, man, that's just crazy. I really hope that everything has worked out and you feel better. At the very least, let's play some stupid video games together, okay? At the very least. I scrolled a little too far there. Jimmy Hartshorn99. Last year, lost my dad. He and I were never very close, but I still miss him every day and sometimes expect to hear his truck pull in the driveway and hear him come in the door. The one passion he and I shared was showing each other different songs and different musical artists. I also helped him build an antique car, and more recently I'm struggling with finding out who I am as a person in both sexuality and gender identity. Funny, I just mentioned that. And it gets me down some days too. Man, that's really sad too. I'm glad there's were there replies? Yeah, there's replies in there too. I want you guys to be able to talk to each other like this, especially when people are struggling through things currently. That's why I mentioned I'm not a psychologist. I just want to be here like, you walk up to your friend and you could talk about just things like this. Because, Jimmy, I would really recommend, like, if there's a couple friends of yours that, maybe, wouldn't... You always think, like, they're going to judge you. But really, if they're really friends, they're not going to judge you and they're going to want to help you through something like this, okay? Because that's something that you're going to want to have some more back and forth with talking to them. Because, yeah, your dad... I mean... You say you weren't very close, but, I mean, we all have something that we can, I guess share with our parents. It's something, well, I guess not all of us, but we all would like to hope so. It's really sad, that's really sad that you also lost your dad, too. Man, I feel so bad because I can't relate to that level of pain, but I really hope you can get over the troubles you're in right now. And hopefully, I think talking through it with other people... especially because there's so many people you have access to talking to on here. Guys, go talk to Jimmy in the comments if you can help him just like maybe just flesh out how he feels. Flesh maybe wasn't the right word. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm gonna move on. That was not a pun. Whatever. Moving on. Mr. Here I Am. Man, I wish I could just fly to Cincinnati and give you a hug. I'm okay. I'm okay now. I'm fine. But thank you, Mr. Here I Am. It's all you guys. I have nothing compared to half of what I'm going through in here. I was just... Well, I mean, of course, anyone can keep talking for a long time, and there's a lot of stuff I never brought up on here that would be... I don't even feel comfortable doing, but... you guys are making me honestly feel a lot better about that. Sachi TFG, aka Zach. A 30-minute video of Alex telling his fans, and it feels like he's talking to you specifically when you watch it. I really am, I'm trying to. That he cares about them and their feelings for even the littlest things. Such is the type of content that makes him feel like the nice older brother I was never blessed with growing up and the closest thing to a role model I've had since my stepfather's passing years ago. Oh, man, At first I was like, oh, someone's just saying something really nice and thanking me for making this video series. And then all of a sudden we're like, oh no, it's another just, oh. I'm sorry, Zach, man, that's... Losing somebody like that, I mean, as a role model too, that's like another personal loss that makes it even worse. I certainly don't want to like step in and try and fill someone important like that's shoes, but I understand what you're saying, and I really when I realized how many people were watching my content, I really wanted to make sure that I was turning it in a way so that I really am trying to talk to you watching this, where you are like going over to your next door neighbor's house and just playing some video games together. Or like, an older brother. That's the relationship I'm going for. Not like you go to a convention and you go to watch some famous person play something because the internet likes to say that they're funny and they begged for all the likes and they got the attention. So that's, of course, that's never what I'm trying to do. But really, thank you, Zach. And I'm really sorry about your stepfather. That's real sad. Mr. Here I am again. In school, I get picked on, and it's starting to feel like bullying, and I don't if I should tell anyone because I don't want anyone to worry because I don't know if it's a real thing. I was really bullied a lot when I was younger, but I mean, granted, back then, nobody really cared, and now it's a huge deal, and of course, maybe it's just the American parents right now. I'm assuming American, because in America right now, it's exploded. It's so big of people making weird preventative stuff. Videos are going viral of bullies and stuff like that. It is a problem. I would get my library books stolen, my things stolen all the time, broken. My glasses would get broken. I have LASIK surgery now, so I can see without them. But I was picked on so much for my ears. I always had my hair covering them. If you check like any of my other videos, I have big, long hair. I knew when to get my hair cut when I could grab it like this. I'm not kidding. That's how long it was. And yeah, I was that guy that everyone just loved to pick on. Nobody wanted to talk, actually know who I was. No, I mean, granted, I was a total loser, and I still am. But if something like that is happening, the problem is there's like no good way around it. There really isn't, because I mean, you can go to the people in charge, the teachers, the professors, whoever, and they can't really do anything because they don't have actual proof, which means now the other people know that you tried to tattle on them, and they're just going to pick on you more. So when people tell you the best thing to do is just ignore them, but I never liked that idea because it means you're just going to consistently get picked on. I really hope that works out, though. I mean, try talking to your parents about it, honestly. That's probably the best way to go. Try and talk to your parents about it. They're going to give you hopefully a more concise answer. Amy, Calvert. This is a cool idea. Oh, I gotta read more here. Clunk. Oh, jeez. I admit I shed a tear about hearing about your dog, Alex. I'm okay. I may be in the same type of situation. Oh, well, not exactly. I have a 12-year-old chocolate lab named Dutch. He's developed really bad arthritis in his back leg, and plus he's gone deaf. Yeah, the husky's totally deaf. You can walk up behind her and slap your hands together, and she will not hear it. Especially if you say the word treat. Hopefully none of you guys have a dog around you, but because they'll, what? But yeah, you can tell. And it's really sad when they do. Because you can call their name, even if you're just excited, you're trying to get them to go to the bathroom, go outside, and that's really hard dealing with a deaf pet. I always get so irate with him because whenever I'm trying to do something with my household, he has to be like near me. I almost feel awful that I get mad at him for doing it. You know what makes it worse? Dutch has been my first dog that I ever had. Yikes, yup, it's a time bomb when that happens, and that's why I'm so scared about the husky too, so I feel for you. My parents always told me stories of the dogs growing up, and I guess I can share when I first picked him out. It was in 2005. We, meaning my parents, myself, and my sister walked into a local pet store, and for the life of me, I can't remember what it was for, maybe something for the cats. Anyway, my sister and I went look at the dogs, and Dutch was like, hey guys. Long story short, we got him in the pen thing, and I got a tug toy from the guy, and my father came over to look at him, and I asked, can we get him? Something along those lines, and then my dad gave the employee $20 and put a reserve on him. The next day we came he was there, and we brought him home. Funny story I gotta share. So one of the names was Tristan. That was from my mom and my sister, who said, what about Dutch? I'm thinking, what kind of name is that? I like the name Hershey, even though he was obviously a guy. Really, I don't know two people who have dogs named Hershey, and I'm pretty sure they're both male. I don't think that's a female-only thing. So anyway, I think after a day, we all decided on Dutch to be his name. That's how we got his name. I'm so sorry if this makes any of you cry. It's just something I have to share. I'm just worried about him. I'm really glad that you told a positive story about the dog and not like what I did, where I was just like, I'm so worried about the dog. Like that's something that you're feeling, and when you think of that dog, you actually think of the happy stuff. That's really good for you. Actually, that's really good. Now that could be you worrying about it and you're just trying to hold back on the good stuff, which is probably the best way, to deal with that. I don't know, like I said, not a psychologist, but honestly that's probably the best way. So like be happy and content with that long life that Dutch had, and just hold on to that. And that the dogs really do love and care for you. That's why he wants to be with you all the time. And that's something that they're not going to want you to be upset when they're gone either. Humans don't want other humans to be upset when they're gone. I don't know. I don't want other people to be upset when I'm gone. I'll be jeez, I don't know what I'm going to do because I'm permanently recorded on the internet now. I don't know how that's going to even happen when the internet gets that old where you watch dead people, when they're young. That's going to be weird. Anyway, read more. Here we go. Oh, jeez. Bonnie. Oh, Alex, my heart is super breaking for you. I'm okay, Bonnie. I feel what you're going through. I recently lost my cat, and that cat was like a soulmate for me. He was 13. I wanted him to go peacefully himself too, but he kept holding on, and I just wanted to be around us, which made it hurt so much more. When I saw how bad and sick he was, I knew it had to be done. You ask anyone, and they would have told you I'd be the last person to decide to put him to sleep. Yeah, I'm there with you. When I saw how much he was suffering, it was better for him. With your doggie, she's 15. She has lived a long, wonderful life. Even if it comes to you making that decision, know that your dog will love you always, and beyond that time with you. No, I can't listen to this sometimes. I mean, it's really nice, but it's gonna make me emotional again. I'm trying to. I will be okay. I will be okay. Sometimes these things are just unavoidable, and it will come to that point, as much as it hurts, but take Cody as a very important lesson. I guess that's your cat. Spend time with your puppy, love her, hug her. Goodbyes are never meant to be easy, but they will always be a point when you need to say goodbye. So make sure it is the most loving, wonderful goodbye. Yeah. Well, when I get to that point, because now I'm like, the only one that I lost, well, I guess technically two, were suddenly taken. It wasn't gone like this, so this is a first for me. It still hurts to have to say goodbye to my Sammy cat. Wait a minute, what? Do you have two? Even had my dad crying openly in public. Yeah. It's another thing. Show your emotions, don't bottle them up, it'll be easier. Yeah, I totally agree. Knowing I had to make the decision to put down my cat, I felt angry myself that I was more at peace with it because I knew he'd be better off. I was so upset that I wasn't more upset. Well, I get your confliction there, I guess. But I think it's better to know you're doing the right thing to make sure they are not suffering in pain, uncomfortable, or losing quality of life. All of that was very well said, Bonnie. Seriously, thank you. That was really nice. Seriously. And I hope that helps other people in the same situation, too. That was... I'm gonna have to think about that one, honestly. Also, remember, Alex, you don't always have to be here for us. We're here for you. Thank you, Beans Are Food. You really are, though. You really are, though. When I'm having bad days, I actually go and read comments, and I reply to comments, and I talk with you guys. I want to comment something, but I don't know what. So hi. Hi, Jobo! Hi! Actually, if that's the case, if you guys are feeling that, please talk to each other. Go around, reply to each other. I want to see these replies, like, super high. Don't let this just be me going through here. Sorry about the time, too. It looks like this is going to be a long video, but... oh, well. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through all of these, so I'm sorry if I don't. I'm just going to, start going a little quicker. I failed a shiny. If I knew where you live, I would come over there and give you a big hug, bro, because I got a dog I was attached to for 2-3 years. She was a Chihuahua, and she died. I had a car and ran her. Oh, man. Remember my mom was crying. I saw some photos of all my computer in the storage room. Oh, that's so sad, the boom. That's so sad. That's the worst when that happens. Way to keep it real, hamster. You're the bomb. Atomic. Yeah, no, my jokes are horrible. Feel your pain. Answer, my dog was put down. At the same time, I didn't know sadness at the point, but I understand now. I'm munching Houndoom. I hope you feel better too. Came because of Pokemon that bridged out to Monster Hunter and Metal Gear. Actually, I was gonna talk to you guys about that, maybe in a different video of like asking like why you subscribed. You know, try and cater, make better stuff for what you want. Cried at the same time you cried. It was a nice bonding moment for us. So I did. Did I? I'm sorry. I tried my best to not. I didn't think I would. Really need this video. Didn't talk about this for a while, but today it got so bad I just can't ignore it anymore. Boom! Whoa! Okay. I'm gonna try and read through this pretty quickly, okay? Actually, I think I read some of this earlier. So I'm gonna try and like summarize what this is. I did read it, okay? Because I remember this in my feed. So, basically, I'm gonna try and read it as I'm seeing it. You're saying that you have autism, and in your Monster Hunter community on your YouTube channel, you have people blatantly making fun of you. You're getting crazy amounts of hate, fake channels called Bionic Thomas, and people making fun of you, and you're just hating it. And being autistic, you're saying, is making it even worse. For other people who obviously want to go through and read the rest of these, because I'm gonna have to start speeding up here, please go back and talk with these people too. So I wanted to say, my last channel, Ocarina Hero 10, was totally the same kind of thing happened. It was the Zelda community, actually, who, like, all came in droves and just, like, dislike stuff just for the sake of disliking it. I have a couple people on my channel who do that on purpose, and they, like, don't watch anything. They just watch to dislike. Which, by the way, if it makes you feel any better, dislikes actually help promote videos. Just as much as likes do. Whatever, it's just a stupid YouTube algorithm, but still, there's nothing that it hurts personally, you know, and it stinks. I mean, what you could do is one by one just start, you know, giving the ban hammer out on your channel. Because, I mean, if you're doing what you're doing because you love it and it has nothing to do with them, who cares what they say? And that's what I didn't understand when I quit my last channel. I should have kept going anyway, because it doesn't matter what they think. It doesn't matter what they say. You are in command of that channel. It has nothing to do with them. Who cares if someone is trying to parody you and make fun of you? Shame on them for doing it. Just be the better person and don't let them win. Don't let them tell you why you're doing what you're doing or anything about what you're doing. You're doing it because you love it. Screw them. Hopefully that's all I need to say then. Toasty McToastface, I know you're paying hands, so that was my cat and he was 2. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, Toasty. Know exactly how you feel about dogs. When I was younger, we used to have a German Shepherd who we used to do everything with. Eventually, he lost use of his back legs. Man, this is happening to too many people. And he was always in pain. My Nana had to have him put down. And a year later, I was given a puppy for my birthday. She was a little mongrel called Bertha. Bella. Not Bertha. I'm sorry. Bella, and was lovely. I had her for about 10 months before my dad found her hurt in the back garden one morning. She had been slashed across her side by someone, and my dad had to stitch her side up. Thought my dad was the only one who could go near her. Got so bad she chewed a hole in the bottom of the back door. I had no choice but to give her to the dog's trust. It was a horrible day. They came to pick her up. Oh, man, that's really sad. Man, something must have, I guess, gotten in the yard. Or, I mean, some people are crazy, but, I mean, I would think that something actually got in the yard. But, man, that's awful. That's really awful, Chelsea. I'm sorry. I'm glad you managed to get that off your chest, man. And same for Chelsea, too. I want to be able to spend more time with everybody, but at the same time, I can't upload, like, a 50-minute video, so I'm trying to go a little quicker. And I hope I don't skip anybody. Lowe's117, I'm glad you managed to get that off your chest, man. I see it's really weighing on you. Rescued a little kitten myself a couple years back, but unfortunately it didn't end like one of those heartwarming Facebook stories, and she left before her time. Can't say I was crushed as much as you were, since our time together was nowhere near as long as you and yours, but it still gets me down when I think about it. That stinks, though, because then you can't think back of, like, all the good times you had if you had them so short a time. I understand. That stinks. Your channel is a rare oasis on YouTube for this sort of stuff. I really hope it stays that way. I will do everything in my power to fight the trolls and keep them away. I'm persistent now. If anything, my last channel has just made me stronger. Okay, thanks, HamsterBomb. Also, when's the next Q-Charm stream? Honestly, I can't tell you. I don't know. Because it's my channel, my new job. Also, feel sorry about your dog. Hope it never happens to you again. Well, stuff, you never know. Stuff like that always does. Umbreon Boy, back in 2010, our family cat was put to sleep at the age of 18 years, but my mom managed to find someone who came to our house so our cat could be in familiar surroundings when he passed away. That's a good idea. It's probably for the best, honestly. Because, I mean, like, you don't want to take him to, like, this scary place and, you know, jeez. I got you. It was a hard time because we had him since I was really young, so it was more than half my life when he died. Yeah, I'm in that boat. In 2012, I got another cat because my best friend and this cat looks very close to the first, but both tabby cats, so first quite close. I could say something about what's going on now, but I'm not ready to talk about it. For whenever you are, we're here, okay? And there's always going to be people here who will listen to you. Those videos would be great for us right now. I'm going through several ordeals. It would be great to hear from others as well. Is that pronounced Emily still? Emily, I hope. So Emily, totally. Like, if you're feeling a little bit more up to it, let other people hear about it in the comments below. We will talk about it, and it's fine here. Feel safe here. That's what I hope we're getting across. This was amazing. I actually wish more YouTubers than just any person that has looked up to in society had a mindset like yours. Thank you. Well, thank you, Vanilla Low Punny. I guess that's all I can say to that. I don't want to feel like I was just doing this for attention. I wasn't. I've been around for a long time, and I'm glad you're willing to talk like this. Personally, I've been going through a lot of crap as far as mental scars go, and it's led me having a fear of change. Not just any change, but immediate change. It stems from some bad decisions one of my parents made that resulted in these fears of change and disappointing others. In all honesty, what I've needed most is a friend to talk to, and though I only know you through here, I wish I knew you personally as well. It's always nice to see that you are willing to listen to people and give advice. Thank you. Neo Breaker. I really wish more people were able to talk to you about that too, because I know a lot of people are dealing with that kind of anxiety of nervousness about worry of change. Like Kim's really got an issue with like deciding on things. Like she will not play games where she has to make crucial decisions, because like Telltale kind of games, because of that. She's terrified of that, and you're not alone in that. There's a lot of other people who are dealing with the same kind of thing. So hopefully you'll be able to meet and talk to some people on here who'll be able to help you out with that. Because personally, I don't know. I'm just kind of like, whatever about almost any decision. But I was that way, but now I'm just like, whatever. I mean, I've gotten over it, I think, but not in a way I could really tell you how I did. Looking in the comments, I feel stupid and left out. I don't really have a depressing story. Don't feel bad about that. What? If anything, help and listen to other people. Just let them know that you're listening. You know, if that's how you feel, don't feel like you need to be included if you have a depressing story. Like you need a depressing story to be included. That's not the point at all. No. If anything, feel lucky and blessed. You know, and be there for other people who really need help. Come on, there's got to be something. Oh, you're like trying to pull stuff up. I mean, like, yeah, Grandma, your cats, and man, yeah. I mean, a lot of stuff. Oh, you keep reading through these, and yeah, that's good. That's good, Neffy. I'm glad that you were reading through other people's stuff. Sometimes all it is just let someone know that you read it, and you're like, oh, I'm sorry. That's it. You know, if that's all, if you can't even think of saying anything, like that's all, and that would really help somebody out. So I hope you guys would. Well, so last Q-Chirp stream. Thing I suppose radio was a great idea. I know what you should do. Stream. Serious, just stream. Actually, we were talking about that, and I was saying instead of doing a stream, because I really didn't want to, because you never know when trolls are going to pop up. Someone's going to want to just be live on YouTube and say something stupid. So to try and make sure it's all controlled, I didn't want to do that. So that was the reason why, if you guys were curious. Me happy now. I think I'm depressed. I don't know if you're actually being serious or anything there, Kim, because you got a troll face. Maybe that's what's biasing me here. I'm assuming you're kidding, but either way, just let us know, honestly, if there's anything up. Alex Moriarty, not going to lie, I always fangirl when you respond to my comments or like them. Oh, please tell me I did. Please tell me I did. Challenge accepted. Yeah! Past Alex. High five. Yeah! Okay, just making sure I was doing something like that at the very least. Thanks for the vid, man. We always have rough times. Thank you, Eli, for being here. Well, if I got a shiny Pichu while I was watching this video, oh, congrats to Matt Jod for shiny Pichu. When's the next one of these? Right now. I never grew up with animals. Oh man, now we got a bunch of more of these. I'm gonna be skimming at this point because we're gonna try and wrap this up. Oh my goodness, a little quicker. I will still go back and read the rest of these, and if there's any other comments I need to leave, you know, I will, but I want you guys to be able to go back in these other videos in the playlist and talk to each other, okay? So that's what this is about. It's about letting you guys have a safe place to talk to each other, because there's so many toxic places on YouTube. It really is, like, your words, an oasis, that is a safe haven of where you guys can actually talk to each other about things like this. There's other places on the internet too, like I think Whisper is a place that's kind of like this. There's probably a lot more, I'm sure, if you googled it, but this is something that's it's in the same realm. I mean, we're still watching the same videos, but the whole reason I'm doing it here is because you know me, you know. So man, I'm wasting time not even doing this. I'm sorry. Never grew up with animals, but just in 2013 this year, I lost a couple pets. Oh man. Lost a female puppy. We named her K9. Fine for a few days. In those few days, she got really sick. Oh man, that's terrible. You're dying in front of my 13-year-old self. The worst part, that was the one when it happened. Same thing actually happened to Matt that I do the Monster Hunter stuff with. Something happened with his cat. I'm not going to get too much into it because it's a personal thing for him. Though sometimes he'll tell it. He tells stories in a really funny way, even if it's depressing like that. So I'll let him do that if he wants to, if he's comfortable with it. But either way, this year a freak accident happens with my boy cat Oatmeal, where he got attacked by a family of dogs outside our house. He recovered, but about his sister, a few weeks ago, unfortunately, my cat Puka, she had kittens. I believe her fourth, and she is an outside cat, so they were outside. She was amazing. She always rubbed on me and always enjoyed my attention. She just flat out loved me. When her kittens grew about 4 weeks, she got sick. My mom said maybe she got poisoned because of neighbors not liking her in their yard. Same thing I was talking about earlier. People are sick. She just started staying away from her babies. I did see them nursing a couple times, but she hid under an air hockey table and stayed in the corner, just wanted to be asleep. So a few days passed, she disappeared, never to be seen again. Her kitten's orphaned. I repaid her for being such a great girl, raising her babies. I brought her, sometime K9, as she's 6 weeks old. Puka was 4 years old. My girl was just taken away like that. I'm coping. Her kittens feel better. Man, at least I'm glad that the cat trusted you. You know, I feel like that's what happened. The cat really knew that you would take care of those kittens, and I'm glad that you were able to step up and do that. So at the very least, Blue Shade Dusk, that you were able to do that for that was Oatmeal or Puka. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was Puka. I'm sorry. I totally mixed those up. You said two of them. But once again, more people, please. Very sorry to hear about your dogs, Alex. I know it's a difficult thing to go through. Honestly, you're probably one of the best people on YouTube. I'm not going to acknowledge that statement because that's too nice, and I don't want to be that guy who's like, "Oh, of course I am." No, I'm not. In all your videos, you always seem like a very down-to-earth guy who cares more about the community than getting likes or fame. These types of videos, however hard to make, they are hard to make. To be totally honest, they are really, really cool. Allowing people a place to share their stories and receive support is brilliant. It's also important to remember that we are here for you as well and will support you. I don't really comment much, but should just say that I have been a fan of yours for quite a long time now. I really hope that you can find peace in troubles that you've had. Stay strong, bud. Thank you, Sammy Ballin. Same to you. Sheepdog Sherlock. I think it's a great idea. It's easier to see you as a friend behind a camera rather than a YouTuber. That's great. I like channels like this because I don't have friends at all. It would be great to have someone like you in my area, but YouTubes like yourself, like me, give a sense of friendship, which is why I try to be helpful when I can, and why I appreciate two-way dialogue. I feel you on the fur, baby. I have 2 Siberian Huskies that would be devastated if I lost. They just turned 7. Man, yeah, Siberian Huskies are great too. I mean, those dogs have a long time. Hopefully. I mean, mine's 15. I've never heard of one that old before, but I hope that they are happy and healthy. Thank you, Sheepdog. Such a sweet, pure-hearted idea. Man, my nose is getting itchy too. I don't know why. Why my nose always get itchy? Money troubles are certainly an unfortunately common thing. Yeah, my own immediate family has been dealing with them a lot since the end of January, which is when we lost my dad. Long story short, complications of COPD and irreversible heart issues took him after years of fighting. It was sudden, but that didn't stop it from destroying us for a while, of course. Yeah, it still gets me really bad some days, even over half a year later. You'd be surprised, that's not even a lot of time. Sometimes people need like 5 years and they're still in a lot of pain. I mean, but the only thing that really flushes that feeling out and makes you just accept it and get better is time. That's the only thing that'll help. So you're in the middle of it still, and it's going to be hard, Orb. Sorry if these thoughts aren't organized in the best way. No, don't worry about that, guys. I know some people's English isn't perfect, and not everyone's, don't worry about that. I just wanted to add that your videos have brought so much amusement my way, whether it is by you, yourself, with friends, or whoever else over the past several months, which is something I've really needed, so thank you, seriously. No, thank you, Orb, for being here, because people like you help me do what I'm doing. We are actually almost done. I'll be able to get through all of them. Alex, you're amazing. You are like, I don't know, you're so strong. Remember when I was 10 years old and my first cat dies in my hands? So much pain. And I cannot go outside for a month, but you dedicate a video and telling us what happened without fear. But it was also a long time ago. Well, like, what, 2.5 years ago right now. So, I mean, it was a long time, but still, it's obviously really painful whenever you take a long time to bring up stuff like that. But it's a part of life. Losing someone you love sounds horrible, but that's the truth. Sorry for my English. A big hug from Argentina. Thank you, Argentina. And I need to say, we're here for you. Thank you, Elias. We'll be here for you too. Wells Carroll, so sorry. Alex, you're my favorite YouTuber, and we are here for you. Sometimes it is better to talk it out. Keep being your best. Thanks, Wells. Same to you. Pokemon Freak 666. Sorry to hear about your situation. It's always hard to lose a pet. I have loved each and every pet like they were my own child. I hope things get better. And that's when it's so hard to let go of them, you know. I've written and deleted so many comments for this video. It's so hard for me to talk. I understand, Choo-Choo. But hopefully you got what you needed to say out. Last year, we put my doggo down because he couldn't move anymore. Same thing as yours. We did it before he lost the movement in his frontal legs. He was 14, and he deserved to die with dignity. He was a very proud and loving doggo. The best doggo, no doubt. I know how hard it is, Hamster. My father died a year before my dog, having to put down someone that reminded me so much of my father. All the moments I've had with him was the toughest decision of my life, but he deserved to die happy, without pain, and surrounded by the rest of the family that loved him. I'm not saying what decisions you have to make or when, but it's better to do it sooner rather than later. I really like this video, Hamster. Thank you for sharing this, and good luck with everything. Well, thank you for sharing, Choo-Choo. That really did sound tough to get through. I mean, your dad too? Jeez, that's so hard. That's so hard. There's so many people that have gone through so much. It's crazy. Beans are food. I love this community. Every time I comment on a video, I usually have someone ask why I use an educated opinion on something. What? Stream, lose streams. Okay, these are immediate things that went up like right when the video was up. Saw this notification. I couldn't think of anything but except thank you. Well, Smidget, you're so nice. You're the best, plain and simple. No, you guys are the best, honestly. So I'm really glad I was able to get through all of these. Man, it's a super long video, and I'm sorry about holding you guys for so long, but I really wanted to make sure I got to talk to everybody. And same goes for anybody else who just wants to say something for the next one. We are here for you. That's the whole... Actually, that's literally what I titled the last one. And in a weird frame of me right here. I'm just going to scroll back down. But... either way, that's really what I wanted to get across. I'm really glad we got to do that. So if anybody else would like to, you know, just get something off their chest, just talk, honestly, just talk about stuff that's going on. You know, if there's anything hard and you just want to talk to me about something, anything, seriously, just let me know in the comments below, and we'll do another one of these if you guys want. But either way, since you guys made it to the end of this video, I might as well reward you with something cool and exciting I can tell you about. I'm going to spoil a new Let's Play series we're going to start doing really soon. By really soon, I mean like it's going to start on the 22nd of this month, November, and just making sure I don't know when people are watching this. So November 22nd, 2017, we're going to start playing The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. I'm really, really excited to play it. Honestly, I'm probably going to get right back into it like immediately right now to record some more. It's an awesome game. You guys are going to be really excited. And hopefully we're going to have a lot of fun playing this. And that's what I want to keep getting back in here because, you know, people come here for whatever reasons. Maybe they liked Pokemon. Maybe they liked Metal Gear. Maybe they liked Monster Hunter. And I hope that's not the reason you stay. I want you to stay because of me as a person. Not that I'm all pompous, clearly. I mean, don't stay because of a particular game. You know, stay because you want to experience this stuff with that older brother, that next door neighbor person. You know what I mean? And for that, at the very least, that's why I wanted to say, like, hey, we got more cool new games coming, and I hope that you guys are going to have a ton of fun with them. I'm really excited about them, to be completely honest. I can't really contain my excitement. I guess I could, but I'll try. I don't know if I can. I just got to do it. I have to hold off until the 22nd, though. But either way, thank you guys for everybody who was sharing things. I hope you guys feel a little bit better, and I was able to at least do something for you guys. I know there's a lot more that could be said, and for those things, I hope and I highly encourage you to talk to others in the comments below in this video as well as the last one. Please do. I mean, any little thing will really, you don't know if it's going to make somebody's day, you know? You really could that easily, you know? So there's nothing wrong with just sharing how much you can care for somebody else, and even in little things like that. So either way, that is all the time we have for now. Thank you guys so much for contributing and talking to each other and just being awesome. Thank you guys so much. Remember to like the videos and subscribe for more, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.